Olmec is ready to start making some decisions. But first, I don't suppose any reports have been made about the situation. We have any new news? Any new news? Newest news? Reports? Progress charts? Of course, we don't have anything about that. Check out the logbook. We haven't had any meetings. We could do some consultations already. That takes time. We could try to focus on what they think is important, or we can go out and meet with the people. Let's go out and meet with some fucking people here. We have a lot of people we can meet with here. Da-da-da, I already showed off that screen. Landless laborer, teacher. I tell you what, I'll go after the teacher first, sure. Teacher sounds like someone that I should go after. It sounds important. And some of them might be facing unemployment, some difficult times, not in the much of the way of financial support from the government. Have questions about the curriculum they're supposed to be teaching. Maybe I can employ SKS here. Olmec has spoken. Let's go. Encountering Leticia Azurdia de Granados. Leticia Azurdia de Granados. Open Air School, Tabaco Province. Total students at time of insurrection, over 500,000. Population of student age, 1.3 million. Number of teachers, significantly less than 1.3 million. Let's see her biography. Our Internal Affairs Minister will advise us during this encounter. Gato G. Biography of Leticia Azurdia de Granados, President of the Federation of Chimerican Educators, an organization branded as subversive by Farsante, formerly Dean of the National University. Oh fuck. Also active in the League of Chimerican Women, a popular organization associated with the National Liberation Party. Alright, let's continue the encounter. Presidente, half the population of our nation cannot read. Fewer still can even write their names. But is this so surprising when vast areas of our countryside contain no teachers and no schools at all? For too long we have neglected the needs of our children. We must establish schools and hire teachers to build our country's future. Let us begin at once. What do you think about this? Schools throughout Chimerica suffer from decades of neglect. Classrooms right in Ofak lack books, chairs, and basic instructional materials. After years without repairs, school buildings are crumbling where they exist at all. I recommend a crash program to rebuild our schools, starting with those in the poorer neighborhoods of the cities. Let's reconsider the proposal, and let's go ahead and just straight up agree with her. Thanks, Minister. We're just going to straight up agree with her. Well done, Presidente. Senora Azurdia beams, as if she had not actually expected you to come up with the correct answer. In the long term, education is the best investment a nation can make. The children of our children will remember. Chimerica needs more of this way of thinking, Presidente, Ortiz says graciously. It will be a pleasure to carry this matter onward. Good. Alright, head back to the desk here. Do we have a cool beans, press digest of that? Newest news. The streets become... Oh, no. No, not newest news. Damn it. Oh, yeah, and we should try to maintain our economy, too. How should we maintain our economy? We should probably consult with the people involved in running our economy, huh? That could help. Well, now that we've consulted the teacher, let's go ahead and talk to... Bubblegum in a dish. How many? No. I think we should talk to... Probably nothing good will come out of the landless sleeper. That sounds like a trap for me. How about the doctor? Dr. Judith Escobar de Royce. Rural Health Clinic, Yarumela Province. One physician, 3 healthcare workers, serves a population of 12,000. Her bio. Commissioner of Health, holds degrees in internal medicine and public health from the University of Mexico. Her years of effort to improve healthcare systems in Chimerica were continually frustrated by a shortage of funds under the Farsantes. Quietly supported the insurrection, hoping that a new government would set different priorities. Presidente, for decades this nation has ignored the healthcare needs of all but the wealthy few. Children die of measles, of malaria, of diseases easily prevented with proper sanitation. Many rural areas have no doctors, no nurses, no medicines, no medical services at all. Is it surprising, then, that we have one of the highest levels of infant mortality in the hemisphere? We must build clinics in small villages throughout the country with people trained to run them. We must begin at once. I presume you agree? Our nation has a shamefully high infant mortality rate. Babies by the thousands die of diarrhea, when simple oral rehydration techniques exist that would easily keep them alive. Respiratory infections, measles, malaria, whooping cough, and tetanus kill thousands more children every year, but how can people who make $2 a day afford medicine? The government is the only institution with the resources to address these problems. Yes. Escobar gathers up her papers and smiles. I am pleased to see, Presidente, that our government has a clear sense of priorities. The people of Chimerica thank you. Ortiz nods with approval. A wise choice, Presidente. Very much in keeping with our recommendations. We will go forward with renewed confidence. Message from U.S. Ambassador Bufford. I am pleased to report that my government has decided to resume the shipments of military aid to the Chimerican army. Arrangements are presently being made with Colonel Horatio Ehrlich. That's probably the Army Colonel Man. Army Colonel Man! Okay, so here's a little review here. We're increasing funding for shit. Good job, us. Increasing costs. Are we going to try to do something to solve the problem here? State Department spokesman Unred announced the U.S. would soon resume shipments of military aid to Chimerica, which had been suspended a year ago. We hope this will help to stabilize a still very tense situation. Though the Presidente has not asked for military aid, the U.S. in its wisdom has decided to send it anyway. Is Chimerica a child to be treated so? Would the Presidente permit this to continue? No more will the children of Chimerica suffer silently. No more will the mothers of Chimerica be forced to watch their children die, helpless in the face of easily curable disease. The government clinic will protect them. I don't think I'm gonna bitch too much about external foreign influence here. External foreign? Oh yeah, that was redundant. Mainly because, well, we might kind of need some help. Especially as I might be on the way to increasing expenditures for healthcare and education. How do I improve food and export shit, though? Maybe I should have, like, a consultation with my agricultural man. Your agriculture minister is concerned about disposition of the dictator's estates, nationalism, popular organizations and democracy, and land reform. What are you concerned about? Shortages of food, military aid from the United States, and death squads, and human rights. What about you? Nationalism, popular organizations and democracy, corruption, and improvements to infrastructure. And you, economic aid from the United States, military aid from the United States, aid from socialist countries. What the hell does IMF mean? Let's find out. Encountering Alice Beadle's Sourwine. Decisions made by the International Monetary Fund, often called the lender of last resort, will decisively influence the choices other international financial institutions make about whether to extend loans to a given country. I sure want to talk to her. No, not really. You have fun. I'm gonna talk to someone more important, like this coffee grower here. Jesus Cabrales, Murillo. Racks of drying coffee, Tobacco Province. Chimerica's chief export, rivaled by cotton only since the 1950s. Grown in hilly areas, much is still exported as raw beans, though efforts have been made to increase the amount of processing done in country. Owner of a medium-sized coffee finca in mountainous Valleccio, province. Inheriting 3 hectares from his father after 40 years of hard work, built a 40-hectare operation, complete with processing beneficio. Chief of Chicafe, the Coffee Growers Association, which speaks largely for the owners of smaller farms. Let's do this. Presidente. Sometimes a farmer can run a government, but a government should not try to run a farm. The lands the dictator stole should quickly return to private hands. When I was a young man, I had very little land. It was so difficult. There were times if just a few more of my trees had caught the coffee rot, I would soon have seen my children begging in the street. There are many coffee producers who struggle now just as I struggled then. We can make their lives easier and our country more productive at the same time. What do you think? Managing the Farsante estates as state-owned properties is a terrible idea. Without an owner putting in long hours worrying about the success of his business, no one has the incentive to run such farms efficiently. Coffee can best be produced on small and medium-sized farms. We recommend a gradual policy of privatization with emphasis on enlarging the size of existing small farms. I fucking agree. Cabrales nods and smiles. A good choice. Put your trust in those who have earned it. As they say, a bird in the hand is worth 100 flying birds. I have never heard that saying before in my entire life. Maybe that was more prominent before I was born. Actually, this game came out after I was born. Shit. Ferrante smiles with approval. To cross a river, you must be willing to get your pants wet. It is time to start waiting, Presidente. Are these just like translated Spanish sayings that just don't come across well, or what? Uh-oh. Streets of oh fuck. Thousands of urban residents, both workers and unemployed, marched through the streets of the capital protesting skyrocketing food prices. This requires your immediate attention. Union organizer Hector Ferreira Contreras is among them. Help! This is an interrupt. An impatient, influential president presents you with immediate demands. Hector Ferreira tucks his hard hat under his arm and strides forward. Presidente, the situation is intolerable. The same beans that last week cost 1 chimera today cost 5. What? Oh, okay, I get it. Workers with good jobs can barely afford to pay the family grocery bill. And what about the really poor? The ones with no jobs at all? They cannot even afford corn and beans. Something must be done. Set price controls for basic foods. The disruptions of the past year have created some food shortages, but rumors have blown them way out of proportion. People hear that the supply of sugar may run out, so they rush out and buy as much sugar as they can find. This means that, of course, that the supply of sugar does in fact run out. Things will calm down soon. But will they? I can't, table this, this proposal and, get advice from all of my ministers here, or, think about it some more. It's something that has to be decided on either using the influential suggestion or my minister's suggestion. Issue warnings about the dangers of hoarding and speculation and call for calm, or institute price controls. I'm not sure these people will actually be placated by that. Whenever you have starving families who are poor as fuck, who have nothing, being told that everything will be okay probably is not the best. I mean, thievery might be a crime, but if you're starving and you have nothing and your family has nothing, and the only way for you to obtain food or die is to steal it from whoever you can, you can't feed people with words. What do you want to do? Issue warnings about the dangers of hoarding? No, No, I'm gonna agree with this one. Price controls for basic foods, at least for now, until we get our shit together. Ferreira grips your hand and squeezes it tightly. Well done, Presidente. When the poor judge a revolution, they weigh their plates of beans. By this decision, you help bring them to your side. I just hope you can help me deal with the rich people. Ferrante gives a slight bow. Be assured, Presidente, that the loyal officials of our ministry will warmly welcome the news of this decision. Really? Are you sure you feel that way? Or are you just telling me what you think I want to hear? I'm not sure I can trust you. All these fucking ministers have their own hidden agendas. Ho ho ho. The legends of the hidden agendas. Presidente Olmec will be keeping a close eye on you, Francisco Ferrante Oberon. Let's check out some reports. Back. Alright. Sooner or later, the food producers will suffer most from these price controls. When the campesinos who grow our corn and beans can't make enough money selling their crops to make farming worthwhile, what will the government do then? We will cry. The country cannot afford to continue using foreign currency to buy corn and beans from abroad. We must boost our own production of the food we eat. Price controls by themselves, however, are not likely to result in higher food production. On the contrary, you gotta tell me, man, what do I need to know? Okay, has anything changed here? No. Well, no, we're done there. Okay, back to the encounters. Let us consult the... No, not you. You're probably a bad person to consult. Back up. Landless laborer? Cotton cultivator? I think I'm going to take a break and think about who I want to speak with next. So, I'll see you all in the next episode.